What's going on YouTube? Gilly here talking about Godzilla, Godzilla, right? Who doesn't want to see big behemoths destroying, pulverizing cities, right? And a lot of squish, squash, swoosh, right? Stomping on humans, eating humans. So there was a lot of criticism with the first movie and the, well, not the first movie, but the Godzilla original, not the original, but the movie that came out 2014, right? Because there's a ton of Godzilla movies, and their complaints were that there wasn't too much Godzilla screen time. We didn't get him until towards the end, and it was just a little bit underwhelming. And they focused too much on the humans, I guess, or the story. So now here, what we got with Godzilla King of the Monsters, it seems like they took a bit of the fan service as far as, hey, we just want more Godzilla, and they pumped it with steroids to bring a crap load of other monsters, and it kind of, in a way, it diminishes the overall impact of these massive titans. But at the end of the day, we just want to see some monsters tearing each other apart. Now there's a fine balance between that, because again, you got to make the story somewhat engaging, okay, to keep the audience engaged, to keep them invested, right? So I saw the movie yesterday. I went right after work, and I didn't know what to expect, except I know that there was going to be a lot more action. To say, was I impressed? I wasn't, and it's disappointing, because I love Godzilla. I just love the concept of this big, Leviathan-like creature, that can literally just sneeze on you when you pretty much die. It's just, I've always been wowed by these type of stories with these big gargantuan creatures, with your King Kongs, with your Godzillas. That I've always loved them. I'm fascinated by them, and with cinema, that's like your best best overall lens in viewing such majestic type creatures. They aren't real, but they seem real, and the mayhem they provide or spark, it's like, wow, just imagine if something like this really happened. Like, it's captivating. And for a movie to work, again, if you just have fighting, there's nothing wrong with that. But what makes fighting interesting, right? There's got to be something at stake, right? If you grew up on wrestling, you always wanted to see the championship matches, what was going to happen, what kind of monkey wrench they were going to throw in the cog. It was always something. The heel, what was he going to do? You had your rivalries, you had your factions. It's amazing, and there's always something at stake. Then you have the promos, and they built it up before the match. Oh, I'm gonna get in there, and there's a lot at stake. Like, man, oh gosh, I can't wait to see how this is gonna unfold. Humans, we're naturally inclined to gravitate towards a story or something that would impact. Even sports, there's always a storyline in sports, right? Could this team do it? Or there's an injury here, or there's a narrative that plays, that underlies everything. And with Godzilla, I get if you're just going to provide more fan service and it could provide more screen time for the monsters and make these fights, or just focus more on the fights, you still have to make it in a way where we give a damn, right? Or at least, if it's going to be mindless entertainment, make that entertainment, or make that mindless entertainment so crazy or so shocking, where it's like, okay, I'm good with just the mayhem. I'm gonna be honest with you, in the first 20 or 30 minutes of the movie, I was nodding off. I'm sorry, and I don't work super early in the morning where I'm overly tired. I work in a school system where it's end of school, so it's pretty much chillax. So I went into this movie, and I was hard to keep my eyes open. and it's because we're not invested in the characters. There's just nothing there. You know, there's actors that we've seen before in various movies, notable as well, but it's just like going through the motion, reading lines, and didn't seem like there was anything that just kept me, you know, involved or to care. It just didn't. I'm bad with the names right now, but you do have I think it was one of the Game of Thrones actor in there, the father, the Lannister father. I can't even remember his name right now. He was in there. You know, he embodies, you know, like tyranny. Like he has that look about him. He's like a character that is just, they're throwaway characters. There's nothing there that we get it. Godzilla's the main headline, but I feel like you could construct a narrative that could bring all this into play. And I know it's hard because, again, you're dealing with monsters and in Godzilla, it's like, you know, there are a bunch of these creatures, these titans that are in hibernation, and something's drawing them out, and yada yada. You know, trying to connect the dots, and then they're making it seem like Godzilla's the friend, and he was, you know, he's here to protect us. And it's just like, I get it, we're there for the fights, but even the fights weren't so mesmerizing. They weren't like, it's more like smash, been there, done that. But it could have been done creative. It could have been gutsy. It could have been even with the killing. You know, maybe if there was more humans being eaten. Sorry, me with the humans being eaten. I know this gore part of me. I don't know. I just feel like it was serviceable at best, but it didn't exceed, you know, any expectations. It was just the same old. And some of the shots are not great. Some of the fighting, it's a little distorted. It's just, there's a few moments where you see like nice panoramic view, and you can see the monsters in their full scope, and that's kind of cool. And it'd be cool to see more of that fighting on a, you know, for a longer run time, instead of just a quick snippet here, then, you know, jump cut to like close in your face, just, you know, dynamic close up of shooting fire out. Like, we get that he shoots fire, but just to see like these majestic beings in a more creative style of fighting and action would have been a little bit better. They had a scene in there with some fighter pilots and Rodan. It was kind of interesting. That one was kind of engaging, kind of cool. It had a little spectacular visuals. You know, these ships fighting so fast, and then this winged beast after them, hunting them. So that was kind of cool. But should you support it? If you're into it, you know, go for it. Don't have your high hopes. It's just a popcorn flick. You know, if it's like, if I could put it in a way like cash or couch, you know, like, should you spend the cash on it right now and go, just, I gotta see this at the theater, or couch, I could just wait till it comes out on Redbox or you know, on Amazon Prime, and I'll just, you know, order the video there, or on the PSN network. I'll just, when it comes out, I'll just pay $5 and order it. I mean, it's not like something that you're gonna want to be dying to see in the theaters. And this is my honest opinion. I put my money to see it, and it was meh. It could have been better. The action was everything I just said. But anyway, guys, that's my little take on Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So couch or cash, I'd say just wait till you can watch it in the couch, in the comfort of your own home, and you won't be too disappointed. Anyway, guys, if you saw King of the Monsters, if you care to see it, if you know, what are your thoughts on it? You know, shoot up a message in the comments. Let us know, you know, what you think. But anyway, guys, that's Gilly talking about Godzilla. Later.